So today we're going to do some ink blending, and I've chosen the Canson XL watercolor paper. It's cold press paper, and it's got a textured side and a smooth side, and we want the smooth side up today. I'm going to be using the Simon Hurley Stellar Ink Pads, Shooting Star and Bee Sting, and I'm going to be blending it with some foam daubers. So I'm going to start out with the Shooting Star, and let me grab my ink stand, get that in there. These are nice and tight. Now, of the Simon Hurley inks, the Stellar ink have the foam pads, so you really don't need to press very hard to get nice ink. And I'm just coming in here, let's load up a little more. I'm going to start with a light hand and just keep blending. And my goal is to lay down yellow, and then I want to streak it with a little bit of the red. It'll turn orange, I do understand that. But we're going to put a floral on this. Okay, I want to get some of the splotchiness out. Oh, I should be turning this. But we're going to end up cutting this down to more of a squarish rectangle. I think that's very nicely done. So let me swap over to the Bee Sting. And I haven't tested this, so this is going to be something new. And I don't want the red to take over, but I want some variation to this panel. That's kind of cool. I like it. I like it a lot. And I'm just changing directions. I start off really light because otherwise you get a little dot like that. So I'm going to try to blend that out. And there it goes. This is really neat. I kind of think that's cool. And even though it's the smooth background of the watercolor panel, there is still a little bit of texture in there. So that's kind of cool. I like it. I like it a lot. The Bee Sting over the Shooting Star kind of tones down that yellow and makes it really, really nice. So let me put my ink pads aside. Okay, now that I've grabbed my Misty and I've put my Gina K Designs grip mat back in, I'm going to go ahead and lay this in here. And you know, it's got to go down in the corner because we're going to do a little bleach technique today. I've done it before, and we're going to do this off to the side. Trying to decide where I want that, because this is the stamp set we're using, Colossal Coneflower, and I want this guy. Okay, that'll work. Yes, I'll be able to put it right here and still get what I want. Okay, see, you never know what you're going to get if you don't plan the project out. And sometimes you get started and it is not what you're expecting. Now this, I have not conditioned the stamp yet, so before I do that, I'm just going to get a plain 80-pound thing of cardstock, slap it right here. Let me grab my Versamark. Any embossing, clear embossing ink will work. I need to condition and prep the stamp because it still has manufacturer residue on it because I've never used it. So you can just quickly do this and it will remove whatever's left from the factory. And this is just water in a bottle. So let's try this again. I am going to stamp it with VersaFine. I don't know why I'm turning that. VersaFine Clair Nocturne. This is a pigment ink. It's permanent. Since we're going to be using some bleach, I want the ink to stay. And see if we have to stamp it again. I think that's stamped very nicely. Okay, I'm going to grab my drying box, which it's just a cardboard box I've lined with some foil. And I do that so that when I'm drying cardstock or setting ink, the foil heats up behind it as well as the heat from the tool in front. And I just want to set that permanent ink and then dry as much of the stellar ink as possible. That should do it. And so we're done with the drying box, but I'm going to go ahead and pull that ink off. And since it's a permanent ink, it's Gina K stamp cleaner. And just spritz it a little bit. And then look, see how it basically removed all of that ink that was sitting there on the photopolymer stamp. Okay, so now I just have, this is empty. There's nothing in it, but I like the tip for this watercolor brush and my little shot glass. And all I need is just a little bit of Clorox bleach. They call this thin bleach. I don't know what the difference is, and I literally just need a little. And you might hear some noise because I'm going to open up my studio window since I now have an open thing of bleach. I'm going to try to protect my my lungs. So I had some dust here from something. So let me get you closer and you can see the magic happen. And there's literally not very much in here. You do not need much at all. It's going to take me a hot minute because this is a kind of a bigger flower. But look at that. Isn't that cool? And I could probably do a much larger brush to go over the whole thing, but I like the relaxation of brushing. There's just something about it. And if you have bleach that you pull from your laundry room, and this technique does not work, your bleach is old. I had that happen when I first started experimenting with this. Isn't that gorgeous? I just think it is stunningly beautiful. I love, love, love this technique. Okay, I think that does it. That's so beautiful. I absolutely just love it. And what I am going to grab is from the anniversary flowers. I want this happy anniversary. So before I actually stamp it, so Master Layout 10. I'm just using the acetate to help me position this on my magnetic. I think that's what I want right there. There, I think that gives it a little more room. So I will be right back. So here we are with the panel. Oh, I love that. That is so beautiful. But I'm also going to cut out some black because I want a matte around that. So I think that is going to be gorgeous on a card for them. So let's go ahead and get this stamped. And it really doesn't matter where it's at on this grippy mat. I just need this to be aligned. And I'm looking in the monitor, it looks pretty straight. And I'll probably have to do the impression several times. And I probably should have done the VersaFine, but this is working. Oop. Thought I stuck my thumb in it. I think that's gorgeous. Rather than have the brown on it. What do you think? So let's go ahead and get this panel together. And then I'm going to figure out what to do with the rest of the card. Because I haven't thought that far in advance yet. And this card is going to be late. Their anniversary is next Wednesday, I believe. And I won't mail this till Monday, and it's not going to get out to the East Coast. So let me go grab some panels and let me see what I can do with this. Okay, from Master Layouts 13, I've grabbed the triangles. So there's one that's stitched and one that's just plain. and it nests just like that. So I've got a panel of black onyx, and I'm not sure what color that is from Gina K. That is Wild Dandelion. I don't use this one very often, but I thought that's a nice stark contrast. And then I have my regular A2 size panel, which this will fit nicely on the front. So let me do 2 of those squares or triangles and 2 of those, and I'll be right back. All right, so here's all the pieces and parts. Let me move my Misty out of the way. And let me get a scrap piece of paper because I do want to do the inside. So this is just regular copy paper. And I cut the master layout 1, the smaller of the 2 rectangles, out of 80-pound Neenah Classic Crest Solar White. I am going to remember this someday. And this is the Gina K Black Onyx. And where are those coneflowers? I need the coneflower. Storm is starting to approach. So I should probably have done this in my Misty, but this is what we're gonna do. I'm just going to press this down for a few seconds and let that ink soak into the cardstock, and let's cross your fingers. Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful. I love it. And I just need to spritz it with a little water. And then microfiber towel, which is dust free. Get all that ink out of those little seeds and put it away. So from Alta New, I was looking at all my inside sentiments, and Alta New, Say It With Love. May this day you share be filled with love and laughter, and may all the days ahead be lived happily ever after. I like that. So let me pick that up. The block's a little on the big side, but that's okay. And it's not straight, but again, that's okay. Make sure I don't stick my hand in it. And I see a cat hair. Please don't have ink on it. Perfect. It didn't get there. It stayed on the block. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to close the window. Okay, so let's put this card together, shall we? So I've got the panel. I like these because they're already scored and cut down to size. So you want to fold towards the bump or mountain, however you want to remember it. It has to do with when you score it, it stretches the fibers. So let me get my glue over here so that I can put it in its holder in between gluing. So I'm going to put these on first. I'm going to get the triangles together and then I'll put them on the front of the card. Oh, that was not straight at all. There we go. That's what I like about the glue. It gives you a little bit of wiggle room. Yeah, one of our cats, her butt wiggles when she walks. And so we call her Wiggle Butt. Oh, that did a pretty good job on that one. And why don't we go ahead and get this together? And it's just a matter of assembling. I think my brother and sister-in-law will love this. Some edges there. And I just take an emery board. And you can see the dust right there. When you cut enough cardstock with a die, sometimes it leaves a little bit of dust on the edge. So let's get these triangles on, and we're going to pop up the happy anniversary panel. So I'm just going to put these down here, square it up, make it look cohesive. Look good, that looks good. And let me get my Stampin' Up! Dimensionals. I still have them. And we'll do one in each corner. And then I'll decide from there. I want to support the middle. So I'll put 2 in the center. Let's see if I can get all these in the trash can at the same time. I find them all over the place. Okay, so here we are. It's not straight. Okay, I'm going to call that done. Let's get this in the middle. If I'd been thinking about it, I would have taken that blending brush and sponged that a little, but I didn't think about it. So let's see what we got in here for, I know black will definitely go with it. Do we have any reds and yellows? That's a little too, red is a no. I don't think I have any oranges. The yellows might be good. Purples and blues. I don't know about that. The red's definitely not a go. I don't know if I like that. I like the contrast. Huh. I don't know. I'm kind of at a loss. I do want to stick there, lay that flat. I don't know if I like that. All right, I like a lot of, I normally don't do a lot of gemstones, but I'm kind of liking this. Let's see what we got here. I gotta turn them over because these things have a concave and a not concave. And if you don't get the right side down, then they don't stick. And I think there's more than one there. Some of these stick together. Oh, nope, there's not. It's just an oddly shaped. Let me get one of these teeny tiny ones. There. I think that's kind of pretty. Hey, thanks for sticking with me. I appreciate it. So I'll have everything I've used listed down below if you are interested in shopping. If you do, thank you very much for supporting my channel. I get a very small commission, and I like to put any commission I earn back into the channel. It's what I utilize to buy sets like this Coneflower or the Happy Anniversary and the master layouts and the sentiments from Alta New, the inks from Simon Hurley. So I do appreciate it. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, if you would click the subscribe button down below and click the all notification bell so that next time I upload a video, you get a notification. Thanks a lot.